I'm Kati DeGraaf. I am one of the foster moms for RAPS, Regional Animal Protection Society, and I foster pregnant moms, moms with kittens, and orphan kittens that require bottle feeding. These guys are the J litter that were born at my house, premature, very tiny. Were born to a very, very feral mom. These guys are a cross between, this little guy looks mostly like a Himalayan Siamese. His siblings look more lynx point Siamese with some ragdoll thrown in there. One of them has little white toes from the ragdoll. They came from the Kootenays, where a rescue there had rescued a lot of these ragdoll, and we stepped up and took 12. The two mums were sisters. They weren't, one was friendlier than the other, but the other was definitely very scared. So they're both with the rest of their colony now at the cat sanctuary and being looked after. Challenges sometimes start right from the beginning. If mom is having trouble in delivering, I sometimes have to intervene and help her along by cutting and tying cords and cleaning off babies and getting them dry. Their weight has to be monitored at least twice a day to make sure that they're getting enough milk. I have a set kitten room where they're closed from the rest of the noise of the house, and I have a baby monitor that I will leave on mom for the whole time so that I know if she goes into labor or has troubles. And then when they're born, I help get them dried off and warm, make sure that they're getting snugly. Just do all kinds of feeding, cleaning boxes. Cage gets cleaned out and sterilized every day. Keep them and keep monitoring and playing and socializing them, trying to keep them socialized with other people as well. And at about 8 weeks old, they're ready to go back to RAPS, to the adoption center. Mom goes back and she will be spayed, put up for adoption. If she's unadoptable, being feral, then she'll go into the cat sanctuary and she goes into Club Med, and that's where she'll spend the rest of her natural life. Once they've been vet checked, they have their vaccines, their 2 sets of vaccines, they're deemed adoptable, then they will be on the availability page on the Pet Finders RAPS page. Once the adoption process, somebody has put in and has been approved for adoption, they then have the kitten or adult cats that are in the adoption center on a foster to adopt. And once the kittens are old enough and have been spayed or neutered, then the adoption process is finalized. I have been with RAPS probably 15 years. I've started at the cat sanctuary volunteering Friday mornings, and from there I progressed into fostering because I've worked with animals since I was 14, 15 years old in various facilities, show kennels, etc. It was my calling. I knew of looking after a pregnant mom and delivering kittens, and I've been doing that for approximately 12 years now. Sometimes I have 5 or 6 litters over the course of a year. Each litter can be anywhere from 4 kittens to 8 kittens. And this past summer, these guys included, I had 3 mum cats and 16 kittens. I think it's very important that RAPS gets the support of the community. It is not an easy or cost, cheap-wise endeavor when you look at the high-quality food they need, their litter, all their vet checks, etc. It's probably about $1,000. And if we don't keep advertising and getting animals fixed and off the streets and from dump sites where people know there's a safe place for them to go. But to do that, we need lots of monetary and working support people to help us out, volunteers to help out, as well as monetary to pay for all the care that these little ones need. If they were on the street, this litter wouldn't have survived. These guys are very healthy and are going to be looking for their new homes very shortly.